Welcome to ProjectME, the podcast. I'm your host, Tiffany Carter, the founder of ProjectME, multimillionaire entrepreneur, former TV newscaster, money-making expert, female empowerment speaker, and self-proclaimed office supply addict. My mission is to take the mystery out of making big money. Every week on ProjectME, the podcast, I'll share success tips, strategies, and stories from other entrepreneurs, experts, and millionaires, showing you exactly how you can achieve your most exceptional life. Now let's get to it. Exciting announcement for all of my listeners. I've officially opened my exclusive group, the ProjectME Passive Income Posse, to the public. This group is by application only, so we can keep the group high vibe and spend our time, energy, and expertise only helping those of you who truly want massive success and impact. You get live weekly trainings from me, special guest coaches, and direct access to me and my business partner for all of your questions. To learn more and apply, go to projectmewithtiffany.com, click on Work With Me, and select ProjectME Posse. And of course, any questions, feel free to DM me at ProjectME with Tiffany. Welcome to the Posse and podcast ProjectME with Tiffany Carter. I'm your host, Tiffany, and today we're going to talk about the one major thing 90% of online marketers, coaches, brands, and businesses are missing that's preventing you from having big success and sales. I'm curious how many of you have a guess that already pops up in your head on what you think that is. The thing is, when we hear some of these types of podcasts or things in courses or maybe at events, people will tell us something like we need to do or we're not doing and we should be doing it and here's why. But then they don't really tell you how to get there because some things aren't that tangible. Some things don't just occur overnight. We need to have some steps and times and routine and practice to get there. And what I'm going to share with you today, this one major thing does require that. But if you don't start working on it, you'll never get there. And guess what? This shit won't click. You're going to have a real long road, painful long road on meeting your financial goals, your business goals, your career goals without it. And that's clear confidence. And what I mean by clear confidence is you are so clear in who it is you help, what you do to help them, and why you're helping them, that it creates such a confidence in you that you stand up tall and proud and shout it from the rooftops, and it's clean and it's simple and it's straightforward to the point where other people, when someone asks, oh, what does Rebecca do? What does Tracy do? What does Tanya do? It is very clear. And they can even answer it for you because your clear confidence, when someone is that crystal clear, it sticks with you. When someone is all over the place, I see a new hashtag out there now. It's like multi-passionate, hashtag multi-passionate problems. I get it. I mean, quite frankly, most of us who have, a beating heart are multi-passionate. I mean, we do like more than one thing. I want you to caution you guys on that multi-passionate thing because sometimes we can label ourselves and go, oh, well, I'm just multi-passionate. Well, you got to be careful of that because that can really get in the way of this clear confidence. Just because you can help all the people doesn't mean you should, right? Oprah can help a lot of people, but does she? No. She does not. For her nonprofits, she focuses on building schools for girls in Africa. Could she help with a water system? Could she help feed the hungry in, Turkey? Could she help people who are victims of war crimes? There's so many things and people she could help, and she has quite a bit of funds. But if she spread all those excess funds she has on helping all these different organizations, each organization would maybe end up with $5,000 or $10,000, which quite frankly isn't going to do that much for them. And she certainly wouldn't be able to talk about the importance of that nonprofit, of that charity, of that organization, all those different ones, because no one would remember and the message would be diluted because she just talks about too many things. So even someone like Oprah makes sure she is clear, conscious, and focused on who she helps, even in a nonprofit charity sector. So we have to be incredibly clear. Most people are not clear enough. Now, let me tell you, do I coach men as well? You damn right I do. I've coached many. Right. And I will continue to, but that is not who I focus my marketing on and focus on helping. That doesn't mean the people who truly need your help are going to find you anyway, is what I truly believe. They'll find you anyway. Right. So maybe you're someone who focuses on nutrition for new moms. All right. But you're kind of afraid to really go with that niche because you're like, well, what about people who have 5-year-olds or 3-year-olds or 10-year-olds and, they still need my help? They will find you anyway. But if you don't focus on helping one specific person with one burning problem with a very, very clear solution, you won't have that clear confidence. And therefore, people aren't going to be attracted to your content, to your message, to your offers, and they won't buy. They might not know. Of course, Molly's barking again. They may not know why they're not buying from you, right? It might not be conscious. They're just going to, flip to the next person on Facebook or Instagram, or they're just going to ignore your emails, or worse yet, they'll stop getting emails. They'll unsubscribe from you. How freaking annoying is she? I don't know how loud it is. You can hear her, but whatever. Why are you being such a pissy pants? What's the damage today? Get over here. Do you want to talk to the people? Basically, what she wants is attention, and she's very clear and confident about the attention she wants. And she's persistent as fuck, so I'm sure this will continue. Anyway, so this clear confidence is contagious. People are drawn to it. They might not be conscious of why they're drawn to somebody, but you have that. It creates an it factor. When someone has clear confidence, it makes them feel safe. It makes them build more trust with you. It makes them feel confident in you that you know exactly how to help them and get them to where they want to go and meet their goals and their dreams. People want that. Would you hire a trainer at the gym, for example? Let's say the person might even have an amazing body, but they never smile at you. They never engage. And, when you do talk to them, they kind of are looking down, or they're like, oh yeah, I help a lot of different people. Sure, I help people lose some fat and muscle. And well, how do you do that? Oh, we do a lot of various exercises. That's not clear confidence. And it's that's not going to make you go, oh my God, this is the right person for me. But if there was a trainer at the gym who doesn't even have a perfect body, someone you can tell is fit, but they're not abs of steel. Do you guys remember those infomercials, by the way? Oh my God, hysterical. I bought some crazy shit at late night infomercials back in the day. That's a whole nother episode. I have a weird thing where I actually like being sold. Because I appreciate the art of a sale and marketing, and when someone's of integrity, of course. So it's when someone's really selling me and they're really good, it's you know what? Do I really, really need this? No. But, I'm going to buy the curling iron that rotates on its own and curls my hair, so I don't even have to, do anything. And plus you get one for a friend. That's one of the things I bought. I used it once. Thank you. All right. So then you have the trainer who, might have, an okay physique, nothing amazing. And you're oh, so, who do you help? Or maybe they come up to you and they say, I overheard you saying that, you just had your second kid. I know that myself, that can be really, really hard because of what that does to your ab muscles and your hormones. And it makes it really, really difficult, especially after baby number 2, in order to, get back down to that pre-baby weight, or maybe you were even, carrying some weight still from the first baby. And it's like, oh my God, totally. Oh, you get me. Yes, it is a pain in the ass. Like, I haven't been eating sugar for 2 weeks and I'm not dropping any weight. And it's like, yeah, that's why I specialize in helping women with this who have had a kid or multiple kids, because there's a certain art and certain things you have to do with diet and exercise in order to be able to shock your system and reminding it of who it is. I'm not a fitness person, so I'm just role playing with you guys out of my ass right now. But you get what I'm saying. That trainer is very clear, very specific, and very confident in how she's going to help you, who she's going to help, and in the way she's going to help, right? And then that makes that other person, that potential client, go, damn, like, you know what? I will do, an intro session with you, or I'll buy a 12-pack right now. Like, fuck, I've been going at this for a long time and nothing's working. You seem to know what's up and you've done it. Like, help a sister out. That's how that works. Does that make sense, you guys? Do me a favor, take a screenshot right now, and then you can share it on social media. Let me know if you're liking some of these role plays, if you're liking the lesson that you're learning today, and share this magic with your people. A lot of people will end up sharing episodes if you have a network marketing team, or you have a bunch of, boss babe type friends. Share the shows, share the stuff that has helped you, and pay that forward. And I will also repost on my feed too, which, by the way, just a side hack that incredibly helps your engagement on Instagram. So I will also reshare those in my story as long as you tag me and take a screenshot of the show. All right. So clear confidence. What I end up seeing instead is wishy-washy confidence. It's like, that you're good at something. You're good at it. You maybe even have some clients, or you have, friends and family and that have said you're good at it. You're good at it. Deep down, you're good at it. Your stuff. But you are afraid to really get super clear, because if you get super clear, that sounds like it's going to be fewer people that you could fewer potential customers you can help, and therefore you'll get fewer sales. That is wrong. That's like really a horrible false belief and a concept that many people have. I have many, many, many years of marketing and sales experience working with Fortune 500, Fortune 100 companies, startup companies, solopreneurs. I can tell you, you will not get rich if you don't niche. And you can't just niche. You have to have the clear confidence around that niche and be willing to stand for it. Mine is, I help female business owners make more sales and cash online. Period. End of story. Does this mean that I don't help someone figure out what it is they want to do to start a business? They don't even know. Does that mean I don't help someone who wants to open a physical store? No, I do help people with that, but you have to stand for something. And the other people who might not be in that exact clear niche, if they see that clear confidence in you, people aren't idiots. They know if Tiffany is a top business coach, she's a self-made multimillionaire, she's a master marketer, and she helps people, get more sales and cash online, I'm pretty damn sure she can also help me build a store, or help my restaurant, or, help my jewelry line, or, you know what I mean? People are smart. It's like, if I met that same trainer at the gym, I don't have kids. So that same trainer at the gym maybe she even started a conversation with me of like, oh, do you know, how many kids do you have? And it's like, I actually don't have kids. And it's like, oh, okay, so many people in this area do. So I made the assumption. It's like, what? And then she might ask, so what motivates you to work out? And we get into a conversation. And if I say like, well, what do you specialize in? And she says, I help new moms, reset their bodies to where it was before pre-baby. If this person had this clear confidence, I wouldn't write them off in my head and go, oh, well, I'm not a mom, so she can't help me. I would go, oh, really? Like, what is it that you do? And if I vibed her because of her clear confidence, I would know, listen, if this trainer knows how to help women reset their bodies and reignite their metabolisms after having babies, which is so freaking harsh on your body, and she is successful and knows how to do that, well, damn near sure she can help me, even though I don't have a baby, right? Do you see what I'm saying? So the right people will come to you anyway. But if you don't have that clear confidence and stand for something, you're going to constantly be taking this giant net and be throwing it out into the Atlantic Ocean. And you're like, well, I'm going to get a bunch of fish. Well, we don't know what you're going to get with a giant net. You're going to get tires. You're going to get, sadly, with our environment, you're going to get plastic. You're going to get baby diapers. My guess is you're probably not going to get a shark. What would you catch more of your ideal clients with? A giant net in the Atlantic Ocean, or a small net that has bait that is customized to salmon, and you're in a Colorado river that's filled with salmon, and you put that net in there. Well, you're guaranteed you're going to catch fucking salmon, right? Guaranteed. You throw out this giant net with all sorts of different bait in the net, and worms, crickets, chums. Oh my God, this analogy is getting crazy. And then you throw out that giant net, even if it's a mile fucking long and wide, into the Atlantic Ocean. I can guarantee you'll get some fish. Who knows? You might even get a shark in there, right? But you're also going to get tires, diapers, plastic bottles. You're going to probably get some like cocaine from a drug runner that was heading from Cuba to Miami. But in the other way, having that small net with specific salmon bait in a target-rich environment where the salmon live and thrive, you are guaranteed to catch your ideal customer. So it's a lot less work, it's a lot easier, and it translates into more sales. You might not have as many, let's just say, sales calls, or maybe even people DMing you at first because you're being so specific. But the ones that you do get are going to buy, versus you spinning your wheels, wasting your time, answering DMs, answering comments, doing sales calls, and you get tons and tons and tons of no's. It might feel good at first because you're busy, but I can tell you it's not going to feel good when you keep getting tons and tons and tons of no's. That's part of the reason. If you're getting a lot of no's or people aren't buying your shit, whether it's clothing, jewelry, ebooks, courses, coaching, I'm not saying there can't be other things going on. You would have to apply to coach with me for me to see that. But likely one of the main things is you're lacking that clear confidence. So let's get at it. Stand for something or you will get nothing. Go for it today. What do you have to lose? What you're doing right now isn't working, or you've not really tried anything because you're telling yourself the lie that you're not sure what niche you should be in, or who you should go after, or who you can help. And that's really just a lie. It's a lie you're telling yourself because you're afraid to just help that one specific person. And oh my God, you might be wrong. Well, you can never go wrong helping that one specific person. That doesn't mean you can't pivot and change and, move things around in time. But what would be wrong is to not stand for something, not to have that clear confidence, and not to start. Hopefully you guys love this episode. Please share it in your stories and tag me at ProjectME with Tiffany. I will reshare those posts in my stories. Love reading those. And thank you again to all of you who are writing 5-star written iTunes reviews. I read each and every one, and they really mean the world to me. I also share those on my social media as well. Wishing you great health, wealth, and worth as always. Love you guys. If you enjoyed this podcast, please write a 5-star review on iTunes. Not only will this make me super happy, but it will allow more listeners to find our special show. Simply help me help others.